veggie lovers, it's Mary. Today we're going to make some vegetarian nachos. Now I know that veggie nachos can get a bit of a bad rap. They're kind of boring, but I don't think they have to be. My nachos are super flavorful and colorful and a little bit spicy, so if you want to know how to make them, keep watching. Bye! Okay, to start off with your nachos, you're going to need some chips and some cheese. I also have some vegetarian chicken. I like the Quorn brand, but you can really use whatever type you like, and then cook it and add whatever spices that suit you. You can use taco seasoning, or I just use seasoning salt. I also have some chopped up tomatoes and jalapeños, and 2 types of beans. I have refried and black. On top of that, I'm going to cut up some avocado and put some salsa, but I'll show you how to use that. Okay, so nachos can be a little bit messy, so I recommend covering your cookie sheet with some aluminum foil and some cooking spray. So put your first layer of chips down. Don't clutter them too much, otherwise you're not going to get even amount of toppings. So first I'm putting some cheese on it. And now I'm going to start adding some of my other ingredients. So I have my vegetarian chicken, and also some refried beans. Now, I first tried to do it with a spatula and it didn't really work so well, so then I switched to a spoon and a spatula, which actually worked a lot better. And yeah, you don't get as big globs, but however you want to do it works. Okay, now we're going to add the black beans. You can use a spoon to do this, but I thought my hands would just be easiest and you get most even coverage, but you can use whatever you want. Now we're going to add the tomato. I don't like too much because it makes everything soggy, but a little tomato always is really good. And now the jalapeños. You can add as much or as little as you want. If you don't like spice, don't add them. That's totally fine. But I thought they were really good and they smelled so good when they were baking. Okay, now it's time for our second layer of chips. Again, just place them on top. Don't crowd them too much, otherwise you won't get even coverage. But yeah, basically just place it on top of the first layer. When that's done, you're going to start putting your ingredients back on. So we've got our cheese, and do a good layer there. And then you have your vegetarian chicken, and our refried beans, and our black beans. And then finally add on your tomato and your jalapeños. Okay, so now we're going to put our nachos in the oven. I set my oven at 350 degrees. You don't want to go much hotter than that because you want to cook both layers around the same time, and if you put it hotter, that the top layer is going to cook before your bottom layer. While the nachos are in the oven, I'm going to get the avocado ready to put on top. Now the easiest way to do this is just to cut your avocado in half, take out the pit, and then take one half at a time and just create little slices in it. Be careful with your knife because sometimes it'll poke through the other side and cut you, but otherwise it's the easiest way to do it. Now we're just going to cut that in half and then peel off the skin. It's so easy and it creates these like really nice slices that then you can just cut up into basically any size that you like. I'm kind of a big fan of doing like small little avocado pieces for my nachos, but you can have big chunks or leave them in slices if you want. Basically whatever your preference is, but it tastes really good. Okay, so once the avocado is all cut up, you can start bringing out your other toppings. I've got some salsa and some sour cream, and I also have some beer because there's nothing better with nachos than some cold beer. Okay, so now we're going to take out the nachos. The trick is to check it pretty periodically to make sure that the bottom layer is melted. If you don't check it, sometimes the top layer will look really melty, but the bottom layer is still not really cooked, so you want to make sure. Okay, and those are our toppings that we're going to put on, and this is what it looks like when it's all finished. So we just plated it and added some avocado and some salsa on top, and then some sour cream on the side. So that was the recipe for my 2-bean chicken nachos. It was really easy to make and really delicious, so definitely try it yourself. I will be back soon with more recipes, so stay tuned. Bye!